Good evening and welcome back to the Shadow Realm. I'm your host Ghostly and we are back again with Pippin Please. I've accidentally started the court session, so without any further ado, let's get on with it. Court is now in session for the continuation of the trial of Miri Boys.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Please.
Yes, Your Honor?
Is the defense ready to start the trial?
Oh, yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Oops, that wasn't the right words.
But what? Oh, yes. Yes, the defense is ready. Ready as I'll ever be. There's still so much that's uncertain about this whole situation.
Come on, Pip. Quick sulking and lock in. After all, we gathered a ton of evidence yesterday. We'll get to the bottom of this for sure.
I sure hope you're right, Miss Joy.
Mr. Omelos, your opening statement.
Yesterday's trial appeared to end with some upsetting revelations. The defense presented evidence that suggested the remains at the crime scene were not of the victim Moira Boys, but of the defendant herself, Miri, which was further complicated by Miri standing in front of us, flesh and blood, both paws intact. How can this be possible? Well, I stand here today to be the only apparent voice of reason in the court and say, it's not possible. I smell a rat. Objection, Mr. Omelos. As you've been plentiful to point out in the past, I am a mouse, not a rat.
Order. Mr. Omelos, are you saying the defense submitted faulty evidence in yesterday's proceedings?
Whether it was deliberate intent on behalf of the defense, or just sheer incompetence, I will not speculate. What a jerk. However, it is universally impossible for there to be two Miris. This simple fact is indisputable, and therefore the prosecution believes that the remains are in fact of the original victim, Moira Boys. What? You can say that? This is proof. My assistant brings up a very good point, Mr. Omelos. Do you have anything to prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that the severed hand is Miss Moira's? All will be revealed with a little something called forensics. Forensics. Forensics? That's right, Detective Fletcher mentioned yesterday the forensics department were doing an analysis on the remains.
But aren't identical twins? I know they've got unique DNA, but it has to be really specialised checking for that. Otherwise I'll just say, it's the twin. Well, what were the results?
So, the thing is, forensics is still working on the analysis, sir.
What?
Due to the condition of the tissue samples in the remains, it's taking them longer than usual. Mr. Omelos, you're accused of offense of gross incompetency. Yet you show up to court missing a crucial bit of evidence for the entirety of your claim so far. Stop! I am not finished yet, Mr. Please. Some salient details have been compiled into a preliminary report, which I now submit to the court.
Very well. The court accepts this report into the evidence. Forensics report added to the court. Okay.
Identification is unfortunately incomplete, but this document unmistakably confirms that a murder took place.
I mean, we knew that already.
Forensics has promised me that they will have their final results no later than this afternoon, and our loyal hound Detective Fletcher has been ordered to personally deliver them here as soon as the report is complete.
Mr. Ominous, I must say this is a very unprofessional move for the prosecution.
Unfortunately, Your Honor, desperate times call for desperate measures. I didn't anticipate forensics to have such trouble ingesting the evidence.
Is it really that complicated to process a tissue sample? So, is the plan to just sit here and wait until Scruffy shows up with the lab results? Really snack some Timbits for us on the way or something? I'm guessing that's a food that I don't recognize.
Regardless of the forensics, there's more to be discussed about the case. From Miss Mary Boy's testimony, it was revealed that she was within proximity of the crime scene on the night of the murder. Through my investigation, additional evidence has revealed that Miss Mary Boys was exactly at the crime scene on the night of the murder.
Uh-oh. Order. Order. Mr. Ominous, I trust this evidence is not waiting on a delivery too.
Absolutely not, Your Honor. And with that, the prosecution would like to call our first witness to the stand. Miss Marcy Panan.
Panan? No. Oh. Well, Miss Julie, we knew that Miss Muley's true whereabouts were going to come out. Yeah. If anything, I'm surprised Ominous didn't lead with this. Well, we wish that we were able to get more info about this Miss Julia Gino. I'm afraid that we're at quite a disadvantage right now. Look on the bright side, Pip. Marcy seemed really eager to be a star witness yesterday. So we're bound to get loads of information from her testimony. Yeah, I'm kind of afraid of that too. Okay.
Please state your name and occupation for the people of the court.
Oh, goodness. I'd be surprised if anyone doesn't know my name already. But in case there's people here who live under a rock. Marcy Penner, award-winning columnist for the New York Times. My column, critically penned, serves readers daily with hot news and hotter goss for the restaurant scene. But today I come here before you as Marcy Penner, star witness. Just as I feared, she's gonna be a handful.
Miss Penner, are you familiar with the defendant, Miss Mary Boyce?
We are acquaintances, yes.
And you are here to testify today that you witnessed the defendant somewhere other than her home on Sunday night.
That's right. Miss Penner, how do you know where Miss Poise was on the night of the murder? Excuse me. This is no way to treat your star witness. Oh, not even a please. You have to go about demanding my testimony. You're treating me like a common criminal after I volunteered my time and talents. I'm very sorry, Nurse. Perhaps I could have chosen my words more carefully. It's see if the star witness is looking for star treatment around here.
Oddly, the judge seems happy to oblige. We'll see if he'll answer to wear his patience down at some point. Ahem. Can the people at the table over there cut the chit-chat while the star witness is speaking?
Mr. Please, if you need to discuss something with your team, please do so more quietly.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, she's already worn my patience down, I can tell you that. I apologize for the rudeness on display in court today, Miss Panner. It's not often we play host to American celebrities in our humble proceedings.
Yes, I can tell.
Now, if you don't mind, would you please explain the source of your information?
As I was saying, I know where Miss Mary was Sunday night, because we were both at the same event.
Oh, and what was the nature of this event?
It was a private dinner hosted at Le Petit.
And that would be a restaurant?
For those in the court unfamiliar with recent downtown developments, Le Petit is a pop-up restaurant currently located at 14 Mardel Boulevard, right next to the alleyway where the victim's remains were found. Uh-oh.
Order. This is certainly a critical detail. It could very well establish an opportunity for the murder. Miss Panner, would you please enlighten us with testimony on the events of this dinner?
Well, since Your Honor asks so politely, your star witness is ready to tell all the astonishing exposé.
Assuming the press is all here to report.
The courtroom scheduler has been told to get my good side, right? Here we go. Even though the evidence reflects your point to Miss Muley being at this dinner, I'm still not sure what is going to come out of Miss Panner's beak.
Okay, so let's listen the first time. 5-star testimony. Ooh, luxury.
The dinner took place at Le Petit. I was personally invited there by Chef de Ronnie. Well, de Ronnie himself barely stuck around to say hello. It was a very fancy affair. We were mailed formal invitations and everything. A gentleman named Tom Katsu was invited as well. And of course both of those Poise twins. To think that one of them would be dead by the end of the night.
This testimony seems to blow the case wide open. Miss Panner witnessed both Mary and Moira Poise very close to the crime scene on the night of the murder.
What a day's work of a star witness, is it not? I'll be available for autographs afterwards. Miss Panner seems to stick to your bare bones for your testimony. I wonder how much coaching you got from Mr. Omelos before the trial.
Mr. Please, are you ready for your cross-examination?
Why will you have your honor? Just as I suspected, Miss Troy, this trial is going to be tough. You know Miss Miller was at this private dinner. There's no evidence to contradict that.
Come on, Pip. You got this. Use that money brain of yours. There's no evidence to contradict that part of Marcy's testimony. Maybe there's something else she said that contradicts the evidence. Once you get her on the defensive, she's bound to make further contradictions. And then we'll have our ways of finding the truth.
This story is right. I just need to review the court record and jump on anything that looks amiss. But then there's the other challenge. Staying calm through it all.
Okay. Let me look at the evidence. Nope. Okay, so don't move. I've seen better days. Monday, March 1st. Let me check this. Jane Doe. Bunny 26 years, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on March 1st. Most of the other pages are partially filled forms and charts, and on the back of the report is a hastily scribbled sticky note with some choice words about process deadlines. I don't think Sven meant to include that. Okay. That was the thing. Okay, so got the phone. Okay. Okay, so everybody joined. Please, was personally negotiated by chef. Okay. Let me save. Yep. Okay. Personally present.
Your Honor, these pieces of evidence presented at this time in this situation clearly demonstrates the innocence of my client.
It does. Would you care to provide an explanation as to how?
Explanation? You can't just present things randomly and expect it to work out. This is what I always do.
Uh-oh.
Sir, please. I've already stated that we are on a tight schedule. We have no time for your deliciously dense tricks and games today.
That's right, Mr. Please. If this conduct continues, we'll have no choice but to move forward with a verdict. For your client's sake, I hope this penalty reminds you not to derail the trial.
Ouch. Maybe I should have thought that one through better.
Apologies to the witness for the interruption. Please continue.
I'm so scared. Do you have a history with your chef or your restaurant yourself? No, none whatsoever. If you had no connection, why don't you personally invite you such an exclusive general event? Why was I invited? What are you saying? I'm not good enough for that some pop-up that can't even pick a real name.
Mr. Please, I ask that you refrain from insulting the witness in my courtroom.
Why was anyone invited? Surely with an exclusive guest list, you weren't chosen at random. Well, I can't speak for anyone else, but I'm a food critic. I hadn't heard of the place before, but obviously they heard of me, and wanted to ride my tail feathers to some notoriety. A featuring critically thin hand can make or break a restaurant's reputation, after all.
I suppose that makes sense. You were selected by virtue of your fame as a writer.
Naturally, they wanted to impress me. But with an invite, I won't guarantee a feature in your column. Miss Marcy, is your critical opinion so easily swayed by such a simple gesture?
A bit of glazing is all it takes to win some chicks over, huh?
As if. I pride myself on my journalistic integrity. And my integrity as a star witness for the record. So if you're wanting to impress you, you would have to do it with the meal itself. Yes, the meal.
Did they?
I'm not here to talk about the meal. I'm talking about the event.
But they're only barely stuck around to say hello. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I don't want to present things. I just want to look. Okay. Press.
What do you mean by that? He was there to greet me personally, of course. But he was rather impolite, if you ask me. Didn't offer even a simple compliment before he shut his trap and took off.
The chef did seem like a man of few words the other day. Thought he'd be one to get along with someone like Marcy.
That's true. I'm not curious about how you apparently took off, though. You know where we went?
It's me. I just said something about an emergency and was gone. Very rude. I didn't see him again until dinner was served. It's not what I expected at all. Why are you expecting to behave differently? Well, it was a very fancy affair. We made formal invitations and everything. Okay. Emergency request. Is this going to be part of it? No. Okay, so I think this testimony is what we need to present. Please be right.
Well, the only thing is very important, letting the witness continue when we have this evidence.
Why not?
Surely there's no point to their statement now that it's out in the open. Why would we stop them just because of this? Like I said, there's no point. Get it? Point.
Heck, now's not really the time for puns.
Oh, you're lighting up, Miss Joy. Well, the everything never hurt anyone.
Nope. This penalty will guarantee it can. You really need to play it out. I'm gonna have to redo this. Yeah. So it's not that. Is it maybe this one? Let's see if this was the right one. Oh, the music stopped.
What are we doing? Why are we doing this? Pip!
Get a hold of yourself!
Oh, sorry. I guess I got Will carry away here. Did the defense have something to say about this evidence? Oh, sorry, yeah, for my second short penalty.
Okay, let me reload. Yep, reloading. So let's press this again. Yeah, so we press for that. Blah blah blah.
So you're saying you personally received one such invitation in the mail?
Yes. New York and usually stick with Evites, so the whole thing was a bit quaint.
Can you please tell us more about this invitation?
It was a fancy bit of paper.
I think
I threw it out already.
So you have no proof that you were invited to the dinner?
Proof? Why do I need proof of that? The specifics of Miss Pennant's invitation are irrelevant to the prosecution. All that matters is she was in attendance that night. Everyone else the TBS interviewed yesterday corroborated that fact, excluding Miss Mary.
If I merely had opened up a little share.
Can the witness repeat for the court what she witnessed while there?
Gentlemen,
Okay.
Miss Marcy, you claim both Millie and Layla came to the dinner.
That's right. Though I have no idea why someone thought either of them would make for decent company. Chills me to the bone to think that I dined with a dangerous killer.
But your statement clearly contradicts Miss Millie's description of that night.
I agree entirely, Mr. Please. Yesterday, your client claimed she spent the night alone at her apartment. Hang on. Okay.
Miss Punner's testimony clearly reveals her falsehood.
Oops, maybe I shouldn't have called attention to that. But still, although Miss Mary told you about the younger Jimmy's sister, she never saw Moira that night. There must be a reason Miss Marcy claims the exact opposite.
See? All this talk of lies is precisely what I mean. I think that one of them would be dead by the end of the night.
Your boy's question. It still failed to confirm the identity of your remains. Unless Miss Marcy is withholding vital information, she cannot testify that either of the twins is dead.
But isn't this a murder trial? One of them's got to be dead. The prosecution needs no reminder of the forensics delays. Please disregard the witness's unverified conjecture on this subject.
Very well, Mr. Ominous. The rest of Miss Punner's statements are more than enough to cast doubt on what we heard yesterday.
This testimony doesn't give us very much to go off of. Miss Millie admitted to us that she went to this dinner the night of the crime. I'm going to have to come at this cross-examination from another angle.
This person invited that person. Ronnie. Okay, maybe this is where I present the invite.
Your Honor, this piece of evidence presented at this time is just when clearly demonstrates the innocence my client does.
So it's the same thing. Okay.
Ouch.
Okay. What was on her phone again? Check. March the 1st. Oh! Hang on. You weren't there for the dinner itself, were you? You came in the afternoon.
Your Honor, I'd like to draw your court's attention for a moment. If you take a look right here, I believe I see a rough sketch of a composition.
A rough sketch? I'm not sure I see one at all.
Well, I said rough sketch, but it's clearly more of an impressionistic take.
An impressionists.
It's sort of gesturing at the idea of a contradiction.
Painting a real picture with your words there, boss. Mister, please. I'd like you to illustrate your point more clearly if you're going to interrupt proceedings. Yes, the only conclusion I can draw is that you deserve a penalty. Okay. Okay, I'm going to pause for 1 second because I forgot to pull up the help because I'm a little stuck. So I'm just going to briefly stop for a second and come back. Okay, I've got an idea of where to press.
Miss Marcy, you claim both Millie and Moira attended the dinner.
That's right. I have no idea why someone thought either of them would make for decent company. Chills me to the bone to think that I dined with a dangerous killer.
But this statement clearly contradicts Miss Millie's description of that night.
I agree entirely, Mr. Please. Yesterday, your client claimed she read blah.
Okay, so it's the same thing.
strange. Would you be singing the same tune if I would present you with this?
Mr. Please, I'll have no attempts at bribery in my court, thank you very much.
Well, wasn't.
Yes, that must have been your only motive for presenting this evidence, as I do not see how it relates to the statement at hand. To maintain the integrity of this court, I have no choice but to penalize you. Fuck. Okay, hang on. Let me pull up the hint again. So, I'm on Marcy's testimony. A gentleman, horse, okay. Personal invite, how is that relevant? Present the personal invite to that, okay. That is what I have to do. Okay, I'm fine being penalised because I think I know what I need to do. Let me find, there we go.
Royal boy, it's elegant.
Okay. Gentlemen, yeah. And present this one.
Yes, I am. You said in your testimony that both Miss Miller and Miss Moyle both were invited to dinner at your boutique.
You don't have to repeat it back to me, Mr. Attorney. A star witness knows what she said in court.
I'd like you to take a look at this dinner invitation that was delivered to your voice residence.
Why, it looks exactly like the one I got in the mail. Except instead of Marcy Panay, it's addressed to Mary Boyce.
Exactly, Miss Blair. What you just pointed out there directly contradicts your testimony.
What? How in goodness name could that be the case?
This invitation is addressed to Miss Mary alone and not Miss Moira. Miss Moira was invited to the dinner on Sunday, so there's no way you could have seen her there.
Margot!
Okay, we know what we're doing. Let's hopefully. Order. Miss Bennett, what do you have to say for yourself?
Oh, well, you know, those two twins, they're joined at the hip. They do everything together. An invitation for one of them implies that they were both invited. Right?
Miss Marcy, this is baseless conjecture. The invitation for the person to whom it is addressed.
How dare you talk to me like that? Mr. Please, I ask you to refrain from harassment of our star witness. Besides, have you considered the possibility that a separate invitation went out to Miss Moira?
Well, we found you in this one when we investigated your premises.
That doesn't necessarily mean that a separate invitation doesn't exist. Just that the defense didn't find it.
But what?
Need I remind you of the fundamentals, Mr. Please? Absence of evidence is not evidence of absence.
Don't crash out, Pip. You did good. You found a contradiction. Keep up that inertia.
Thanks, Miss Joy. Will you don't you need momentum?
I don't know. I never took chemistry.
Reba, I do remember now, yes. Only that Moira wasn't invited to the dinner.
Are you admitting you I don't?
Let me finish. Goodness, you cannot rush a star witness. What I meant to say was, Moira wasn't officially invited to the dinner, but she was at the restaurant that afternoon. That's when I saw her. Yes, it's all coming back to me now. I had arrived early to the restaurant, several hours before dinner, and I saw Moira. She was loitering outside the restaurant when I arrived. I waved to her as I walked in, and she dismissively waved back. A bit rude, if you ask me.
That seems strange. Was the defendant with her at the time?
Who? Miss Mary. Oh, not at that point, but I assume she was around nearby. She was at the dinner shortly after, of course.
Why would Miss Moira show up to a restaurant if she wasn't invited to the dinner?
How in the world could I know that? Maybe she just wanted to see the venue. Maybe she was just trespassing illegally like some common delinquent. Or maybe she was jealous of her sister's one chance to meet Marcy Bennett in the flesh and feathers.
Okay, you're weighing your spectacle a bit. Miss Bennett, I think it would be very beneficial for you to testify to the court at your time at the restaurant before the dinner. If you would be so kind.
Well, since you've learned your manners, your star witness will oblige.
It seems that you're just going somewhere now. You could say, no, we're cooking with gas.
Okay.
Yeah.
I arrived at the restaurant several hours before dinner, around 4 p.m. I wanted to scope out the scene beforehand, take in the vibe. When I got there, Moira Poise was standing outside the restaurant. I gave her a little wave, but we didn't speak. She never set foot inside the restaurant. She must have been murdered in the alleyway before she had a chance.
Thank you for your excellent testimony, Miss Bennett.
Oh, you finally learned how to treat your star witness properly. Goodness knows how you'd ever hope to solve this case without my marvelous metropolitan brain.
Ross doesn't seem too happy with his star witness anymore.
I think you're right, Miss Joy. I believe your pleasure is causing her to run her big a bit more than Mr. Almost would like.
You mean you think you know how to contradict her testimony, Pip?
Well, I have a hunch.
Mr. Please, is the defense ready for their next cross-examination?
Ready. Sorry, Your Honor, I came off a bit too strong there. Keep a cool head, Pip. You got this.
Okay. I don't know what hunch you've got. Yeah. What was the episode about? It was about the restaurant, wasn't it? The phone proves that she was there at 4:45. Okay.
Your Honor, this piece of evidence presented at the time blah blah blah.
Okay. Okay, press.
The dinner was scheduled to begin at 7 p.m. Your invitation must have said much, correct?
Yes, it did mention that. Almost the only thing it did mention, honestly.
So that means you were there about 3 hours ahead of schedule.
Yes, the chef was there himself to let me in. Though, like I said before, he didn't stick around. He took off soon after.
That's right, Mr. Pioneer mentioned something similar that day.
I didn't see the chef again until dinner. Poor hospitality does no one any favors.
But isn't it impolite to show up so early for a dinner with that? Everyone knows that it's better to be fast and put away.
Are you trying to lecture me on etiquette? You little fucking twerp.
Miss Burnett, that hardly seems called for.
Ah, forgive me. Where are my manners? The stress of always being involved in such a heinous crime must be getting to me.
Yes, that's of course understandable. I don't expect a famous writer faces the sort of dangers we deal with in the courtroom every day. Now, will the will the defense continue with their line of questioning?
So right. I just wanted to know why you decided to show up so early.
Oh, I wanted to scope out the scene beforehand, taking the vibe.
Is this something you usually do in your line of work?
Naturally, the vibe check is very important.
It's only proper journalism to thoroughly review the restaurant. It's not just about the food, but the venue, the service, the pictures, the whole package.
And this vibe you're referring to, that's part of the package?
Let me guess, I need to translate here?
No, that's all, Miss Joy. I just failed to see how vibration plays into a restaurant review.
She means the vibe, like mood, ambience. You know, like the general vibes, just the whole sort of feeling of it.
I'm not sure I followed a quite abstract explanation, Miss Joy.
See? This is exactly why you need to read my column.
How could you possibly enjoy a meal without understanding the vibes first?
Look, we're not here to question my critical credentials. I'm more interested to hear about your reconnaissance of the restaurant revealed.
Well, I can tell you one thing. The vibes were rancid.
And you shortly set your vibes aside? What else did you see?
Nothing important anyway. Except for one thing.
When I got there, Moira was standing outside the restaurant. Okay.
So you saw Miss Moira with your own eyes.
That's what I said, isn't it?
Excuse me, I need to pause briefly for a minute. Okay. Alright guys. So, the reason I had to pause earlier in the recording is still taking a bit longer than intended. So I don't think I'll be able to come back to this in the near future. Probably it'll take me a day or two before I can come back and finish the recording. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to call it here and end the episode a bit earlier than normal. And what I'll do behind the scenes is I'll reload the save and get back up to this point with more lives, and we'll press Marcy again about her seeing Moira outside of the restaurant in the early afternoon. I'm really sorry that we didn't get further along in the trial. Hopefully you're not too disappointed, and I'll get back and try and finish this as soon as I can. It just isn't in the cards right now. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, dearest visitors, farewell.